Oh my God, you guys, we are live again with the Marne Morning Show. And I've got an amazing guest this morning that I'm super giggly and excited about. And her name is Angelina Marzano. She's literally one of my favorite people on this planet. So, Angelina, basically she does so much and we're really going to dig into it. But when Angelina came to me, she was kind of like this force, this light. And I was like, I have no idea what you're saying. And I still don't. Half the time, I have no idea what you're talking about. But you have such a magnetic personality and such a bright light. And I was like, this person needs to be in my life. And I feel like we will have a very long standing relationship. So Angelina became a client of mine, and I've been helping her get her business more into a digital format. Said, drop us the 30-second, like what
So I help highly sensitive empaths and anyone curious with an open mind. So it's not only that, because I've had a lot of interesting people come and I help them hone their psychic abilities and embody the healer within. So that's what I do. And how I do that usually is through sound healing, hypnosis, angelic light weaving. There's emotional energy release. There's a lot of things that go into it. There's movement.
You work with sound, you work with energy, you work with. Okay. So one of the things that when you came to me and you started opening my mind to some things that I literally
I love you so much for saying what you just said in the opening, because that really, I don't think I've heard you say it that way.
Yeah.
Thank you. Like,
you're just so amazing and lovely. I love you. You're a real bright spot on this planet. And I think people really need that in their lives. And I think that's why you attract the clients that you do, because people need help. You know, people are struggling. It can be dark out there. Life is challenging. And so you provide that for people. And it's such a gift, such a beautiful gift. But one of the things that always, like, you're always talking about, okay, I'm on board with my spirit guides. I've connected with many of them. Right. But then you start talking about the Palladians and then that's when I'm like, literally half the time that Angelina and I talk, I literally have no idea what you're talking about. So why don't you clear it up for us Palladian dummies?
There are just, we're multidimensional beings. So my whole life, as someone who's been as sensitive, it's been difficult. I've shut down. I've done the things, but I've always been so devoted to my spiritual path. And I naturally had the ability to see ghosts and actually see these blue beings. And the blue beings. So as far as, yes, there are galactic dimensional beings that are out there.
Okay.
They exist.
I mean, I know that. Intuitively, I know that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like we are so profound as human beings. And the more that we embody being and doing the hard work, because it's not easy, but doing that deep work of the emotions, really facing the emotions, doing what, we call the shadow work. How do we become masters of embodying that state of consciousness with the gifts that we were given?
How do we do that? I have no idea.
It is about understanding first that you are a gift and that your purpose is to be in this divine expression, even though there's suffering and there's all this crazy stuff out there. Yeah, but it's finding these precious moments to really appreciate the physical form. Because my experience as someone who has had the ability to communicate with these beings, and they love it too, coming in, and I can channel in a way that, they come in. I've had experiences that were not so great early on that I had to stop for a while until I found the discipline and the understanding of who I really am. And with clarity and conviction, right? This is my life. This is my body. I want to be here. There is purpose in that. There is purpose in the movement of my body and my voice. Our voice is so powerful. And this too, it's the thoughts and it's the voice, the vibration, and whatever we intend understanding the energy field of even the chakras. But you don't even need to know the chakras. It's just about connecting with your body and understanding that you are not ruled by your emotions, because you are not your emotions. They are part of this amazing experience. And so the more that we allow ourselves to experience that divine expression of being human and harness how we can be more in balance and mindful that, okay, I'm having, my emotions are coming up. Like, what is that telling me?
Wow.
And so in that, for you, Marne, you definitely have this strong affinity towards Egypt, and definitely some Egyptian energy behind you.
I know.
So, like, that is something that I would strongly encourage you to just keep going down, because it's definitely in your aura. So when I'm working with people, it's not always
Tell me more about what's in my aura.
You have a lot of pink.
What does that mean?
Well, what do you think it means?
Oh, just
what is pink? Yeah,
lovely,
like love, and you're in a soft mood right now. So I see that. But there's this soft stream of energy that's coming. It's like the sweet passion.
Oh,
that sweetness. It's not like passion that's really intense.
Yeah.
It's the delicate, like,
I'm not burning hot today.
No, but there's something behind.
I'm enjoying today.
Yeah, like I'm seeing a stream behind you, and there's this river coming through, and it's just this sweetness. It's like, and in a way, it almost feels like what I would attribute to what river of source itself is flowing through each one of us, and not just like the soul chakra, the soul star, but it's within us, and it is coming, you know, and it's this communication that happens here.
I need to sit up.
It's the heart and the, you know, right here, we're in our center, and we're really inside of ourselves.
Yeah.
In that soft, compassionate, sweet way. So that's like what I'm picking up. Like, so something might go from there. Like someone's might struggle with that, or they're on the precipice of it. So we'll do some movements and breathing around it, or I'll fork, you know, it's time to get forked. And I'm just attuning.
Time to get forked.
Right. Yeah. Can I fork?
Oh my God.
Yeah. And so then we start working with your own biofield, your aura, and it is creating you. And we're working both with your inners and your outers and your psychic sense. It's really in that. And so starting with the simple things sometimes is what awakens the like, and then you start to sense more. So it's
I love this line that we're going down, because and I'm interested to hear your perspective too, because I'm definitely psychic. I get hits of stuff, you know, all the time before it happens. I know when things, and so I kind of sometimes I wonder, like, am I making it happen because that's what I'm thinking and then it happens, or am I perceiving an event before it happens? What do you think?
Well, I think it's both. I think that there is this
How do we know?
I mean, that's happening. We do create it based on the subconscious, but we're also, I believe that we were born with the program coming.
Yeah, totally.
And we came in, and, you know, and so when we go through life, we might be like, oh, I'm over here for a little bit because I'm like distracted and I'm having these human raw experiences. Yeah. Maybe
we've all been through that.
And they're just like, oh, uncomfortable. But that's leading you to the same place. It's just, it's how you respond. I think they're all great. So I'm really, you know, I'm all about, like, when in the work, I really encourage my clients to do some of the basics of amplifying your light. So that's inclusive of all vibration. And so even when you're in some of the denser, heavier, stranger places, and like, it's so beautiful because creativity comes from that intensity.
Yes, that's true, isn't it? When you're under pressure, then that's when,
that's the diamond, right?
Apply that to business as well.
Say that again.
Well, you can apply that to business as well. I know that some of the best stuff I've ever created has come from me being really challenged.
And I
mean, this business, I created this business out of a challenge, basically. I mean, that's how I've created all of my businesses.
Yeah.
But, you know, most of them worked out. So.
Well, sometimes, like I was told a long time ago, like part of our struggles, and I do believe this, I look at it this way. It's like everything that I go through, what is the lesson? Because it's giving birth to life and light.
Right. The challenges that we go through, something will always manifest from it, but we always take it so personally, don't we? anything that bad that happens, it's like we take it so personally.
Yeah, it's like, yeah,
so silly. Humans are so
it's like, don't take anything personally, right?
Yeah. Okay, so I've got kind of a heavy question for you. You ready for it?
Let's have. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, what's it all mean?
Existence? Nothing.
Interpret the question as you like.
It's nothing, and it's what you give it. So give it the best of the most beautiful things possible, because that's the real reason. Like, we're here to give it that.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like it is. And it's just,
oh, I wish we were in person right now.
Yeah. Oh, right. I know.
Yeah.
It'll happen. You know, when you are like feeling like you're a finely tuned instrument, you don't need anything.
Yeah.
You don't need anything. You just need to be in this space of grace and just
grace.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, that's where bliss is. That's where nothing is.
Yeah. And it's just our egos are just sneaky little
sneaky little
Oh my God, it'll hide and go into, like, it'll be dormant for a while. I see that in myself.
You know, the ego is not a bad thing. It helps us survive. It helps us maintain. It does a lot for us. But we're in charge of that ego.
Yeah.
I'm in charge of my ego.
Well, most of us are not in charge of it. The ego's in charge of it, us, until we figure it out. And then we're like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm not always in charge. Like, I'm not always, because I forget, because I do my day and I start. I'm like, oh, here it comes again. And then I have to go back and say, oh yeah, I guess I need to go have a conversation with my ego now.
But one more thing for our viewers. Okay. So, you know, you had mostly an in-person business, right? And then you came to me and you're like, okay, how do I want to attract more people around the world? Is that why you wanted to do an online business? Like, why did you decide to take the next step from where you were to where you want to be? Why did you hire somebody like me?
I had started doing remote sessions, but I wanted to increase that a bit more. So I think that ultimately COVID allowed for that to open up, and doing both is amazing. I think people were more willing to be open to it. And
well, it's a broader audience too.
Yeah. Yeah. And
what do you think your biggest challenge was? Like, why did you, let's see if there's people that relate to your story, you know, like, why did you come to me?
Because I was really so technology has always been a challenge for me. Yeah. And yet I constantly,
it's my favorite thing.
As I'm saying it, I'm like, I love you. I worked with like connecting more vibrationally with it. I have all the things so that it'll help. Like, we are one. I love you, computer. But so that has been and continues. I feel like through the time we've worked together, what I've learned is that I've had to really up my game when it comes to knowing how to work with it, take my breaks. I've had to get all of the EMF regulators down and making sure, like, I've definitely upped my ability to make sure I'm getting my electrons in between, you know, my earthing mat. So those are the things that I found to be very challenging. And of course, you know, my brain isn't necessarily wired to do all that stuff.
Right.
It like comes in spurts. So I noticed that I was, you know, I've had to deal with that experience. And then I got to a point where I was like, I don't think I want to do it that much anymore, because I miss being outside and I miss that connectivity, because that's really palpable. And I love that. I feel like, you know, learning something new and the experience of not so much working with people remotely, but just doing all the stuff that you do. You're amazing.
Oh, great. Now here's the part where we talk about, say some nice things about me.
You are so good at what you do. Like, I am just like, how do you do it? Like, you do it. It's so insane, the amount of information, which is part of the reason it's been challenging, because it's like, I just took on, I'm like, and
sometimes it does feel like a fire hose. Yeah.
And
we just need to slice it down into little baby bites, bites.
Baby bites.
There's so much to learn, you know. It's like, I've been doing digital marketing since it was invented.
Yes.
Seriously. I know I'm dating myself, but I don't care. I look amazing. So
well, that's, you know what? One of the most important things is to be able to love being alone. and love yourself and just love being with yourself.
Yeah. I do not mind my own company.
Yeah. I think that
I know you're like that too, huh?
I love it. I'm like,
yeah.
It's so
I'm
amazing.
good company.
So much fun when I'm
Yeah.
alone.
Beautiful. I'm going to end this stream. Bye, everyone. We love you. Put your comments below. And if you want to get a hold of Angelina, tell us how to get a hold of you, Angelina.
You can email me at angelina@inclusivehealing.com, or you can go to inclusivehealing.com.
All right. That's it for now, everyone. We love you. See you. Bye.
Ciao.